girls of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy have come to challenge the Lake Catholic Cougars. It's coming up next on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Welcome to Time Warner Cable Sports Channel's presentation of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tonight from Northeast Ohio, it is girls high school soccer. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Phil Tazar, I am Dwight Burgess. And tell you what, we're heading towards the midpoint of the season. Teams are beginning to figure out who they are.
Yeah, you know, both of these teams coming into this game, you're right, midway through the season, they're excited. This is a game where both teams need to make some things happen for Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. They're looking to get another win, get that third win of the season. Lake Catholic looking to stay perfect on the year.
Let's take a look at tonight's opponents as they get ready to kick off on what is a beautiful night. We have sunshine, temperatures in the low 70s, and we expect a very good game beginning with Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, one big key is to possess the ball. They need to take care of their possessions, maximize opportunities, and they would look to come out on top if they can make all that stuff happen.
Well, like any quality team, they rely on a go-to goal scorer. It's number 10, Haley Eck. She is a first-team all-district performer.
What a soccer player, 19 goals, 10 assists of last season. She's really a leader on the field, very good with the ball at her feet. A lot of things happen when she's playing well. Look for this team to play well if she's on her game tonight.
Haley Eck can't do it alone. 10 other players in the starting lineup as we get set tonight, and they line up in a 4-5-1. As you and I have talked about on prior broadcasts, that's more on paper than it is actually on the field.
Yeah, both of these teams, once you get out there, it's everybody's on offense, everybody's on defense. You just play the positions and get to the ball.
All right, now on the other side of the park, we have Lake Catholic. This is a team that continues to grow, as we just said, moving through the season, trying to get ready for the postseason, which will be here before you know it.
Absolutely. They are very confident as a team. They just tied, Archbishop Hoban this past weekend, the team that they lost to last year in the regional finals. So this is a team that is now very confident. They know they can play with anybody in the state.
Their attack is built behind number 11, Isabel Sentle, 15-goal scorer in 2014.
She knows how to find the back of the net. She's also very good with the ball on her feet. Look for her to make a lot of big plays today. She's one of the better strikers in the area.
Let's take a look at the rest of the starting lineup then tonight for the home team. And they've got 3 in back, 3 in the middle, and 4 forwards. This is a throwback to about 1965.
They got a lot of people up front, a lot of people to look to put the ball in the back of the net.
All right, so there you have it. Lake Catholic is home to Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. It's the Osborne Family Field in Mentor, and the kickoff's coming up when we come back. You're watching the Ohio High School Athletic Association on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. And welcome back to Lake Catholic High School. We're just moments away from kickoff on what is an absolutely beautiful night, just a couple of miles south of Lake Erie. A great breeze is blowing, temperatures in the low 70s. The surface is in great shape, and well, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, this is 70 degrees, 10-mile-an-hour winds, but very clear. No lights here, so we're hoping to get this one in completely before the sun sets. But this is a beautiful night for a soccer match.
Yeah, realistically, for a facility that doesn't have lights, you really couldn't ask for a better situation than what we have. There's nary a cloud in the sky, and the sun is shining, so unless there's any abnormal sort of delay, we shouldn't have any problem getting this one in. And a couple of teams we just talked about at the top of the broadcast that are looking to climb their way up. Certainly Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy is a program that has had success predominantly for the boys at the state level, but this is a program that understands what it takes to be good.
Yeah, and speaking with Coach before the match, his whole thing is the possession. He talked earlier. There's a good look at Coach Houston. He talked earlier about taking care of the ball. This is something that they work on, that they pride themselves on, is possessions and maximizing their opportunities. They don't want to give the ball away. They want to make sure that when the ball's on their foot, they keep it there.
One of the things both of these teams share is their veteran players, their upperclassmen, juniors, and in particular seniors. Most of them are actually looking to continue playing in college, being recruited, and that certainly speaks well to the careers they've had, both as high school players and then on their club stuff outside of the high school.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing that you find with soccer. You have the AAU in basketball, but club soccer is growing so fast around the country, and that's where a lot of these girls play year-round, whether it's indoor, outdoor. So this is a sport that you really can fine-tune your craft during the entire year, and then you get to showcase it here at the high school level.
Lake Catholic is rapidly approaching the midpoint of the season. In fact, effectively, this is it, and they've got a bunch of North Coast League games beginning in just a couple of days with Beaumont right back here before they go to Mentor, which is non-conference, but of course the big one out there a couple of weeks away yet is the Walsh Jesuit matchup.
Yep, Walsh Jesuit, another very good soccer team, and it's always, you want to play the best competition that's out there, and that's what both of these teams try to do. This is talking with Lake Catholic, talking about with CVCA before the game. This is the first time that coach is aware that these two teams are meeting. They wanted to put them on the schedule. CVCA wanted to get Lake Catholic on the schedule because they know it's a good test. This is a very, very good soccer program, and to be the best, you got to beat the best, and that's what they're looking to do.
Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, the Royals, advanced to the regional semifinals a year ago before falling to Hoban out of Akron, the 4-1 final in that particular game. Whistle has blown, and we are underway this Monday evening, and it's great to have you with us on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. A couple of teams who, among other things, adjust to the surface. It is a quicker pace than they might find on that standard high school football facility, but there's plenty of width, plenty of length, so the size of the pitch isn't going to be a problem tonight.
Exactly, and that's another thing with the surface itself. Northeast Ohio, we got a lot of rain this weekend, so the grass surfaces that are out there are soaked right now. This being the artificial surface, it drains well, and it makes it very easy to be able to play on a weekend, or on a weekday right after a full weekend of rain.
Battle for possession right inside the center circle. And a touch to the near side of the field, a good little dribble, trying to find a forward play, which is on, and it's a good pass towards the center of the park. Haley Eck, the ball got away and trying to clear, unable to do so just yet. Finally, the ball's going to be run out of bounds. So in the opening 2 minutes of play, the visitors quickly onto the attack.
That's something they want to focus on, those first touches. Find a teammate, take care of the ball. Put the ball in an area where your teammate can get it and only your teammate can get it.
Now, we talked about how great the weather conditions are. One thing the players are going to have to deal with as they look across the field, that is from the bench side towards the grandstand, is they're going to be looking right into the sun, and that sun is going to be getting lower and lower, so it's actually going to get harder to see across the field. Something to keep in mind for the goalkeepers when they're having to look for balls flighted in with the sun behind it. Could be tricky.
Not only on the crosses, but those corner kicks coming from the far side, definitely something that they'll need to deal with.
Ball in behind, an opportunity for the home side in their white uniforms to get forward. Little combination play there, battle for possession, and the ball is lost over the byline. It'll be a corner kick.
You saw the nice little combination there, and that's teammates knowing where the other teammate's going to be. That's something that they work on in practice, but probably years of playing together too. They know where each other's going to be and where to leave the ball.
Lauren Lichty is the senior goalkeeper for Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy as the ball was pinged in and sent right back out from whence it came. And this is exactly, Phil, what we talked about. This ball's being served and everybody's looking straight into the sun.
Yeah, and that was a nice line drive. CVCA got a foot on it, but they're going to get another shot here.
Another ball driven, and the left-footed effort is going to be off the mark from Colleen Greiger, defender who had come forward. No rush on the goal kick. Ball is set and driven towards midfield near side. Headed back into the center. Battle for the 50-50. Goes the way of the home team, though it's short-lived as the ball is flicked forward and finds its way all the way back to goal. Well, at the moment, the Royals having a little trouble getting out of their own way.
Lauren Lichty, the goalkeeper there, came up, good pressure, good challenge on the ball, cleared it out. Very good goalkeeper, somebody that they can rely on in the back.
Quick throw in is taken. Ball rolls towards the center of the park. Reski with the right foot drives it into the center, unable to control Spotnik on the first touch, but she gets it back, puts it out to the far touchline. Run is made there. Ball is kept in play. And driven back out towards midfield. Since that opening foray into the attacking third, Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, the Royals have really spent their time defending.
Yeah, and offensively, they want to take care of the ball, but defensively, they need to play sound. This is a very good attacking offense for Lake Catholic, and you can't give them many opportunities. They'll take advantage of those.
You can hear our field microphones picking up the wind, making it sound, I think, a little bit more significant than it actually is. You can tell by the corner flags as they get set for the corner kick, not really blowing all that much. So I don't think at this stage, anyway, the wind's a real factor. Left-footed effort, it's a high floater out towards the penalty spot. Headed along, touched back, then cleared. Still inside the box, another opportunity for Miller. And finally the ball is cleared up the right side. Well, everybody's pretty much in one half of the field at the moment, so the space is compacted. Makes it much harder to play through. The Royals looking to change that. It's a nifty little touch out onto the right side. Tony Costa unable to get there.
A little bit too much on there. Good idea, good thought. Tony just, the ball moved a little bit faster on this surface than she had hoped.
Sentle's ball into the middle. It's knocked away. It's a good first touch. And then the ball deflected out of bounds. And we're going to see this. We've talked about this other games that we've done together. But when you play in the artificial surface, it is faster than the standard grass field. And balls rolling towards the sidelines and the end line tend to run out of bounds a little bit more than you might see on the grass.
Yeah, it's just very quick. You don't realize it until you're actually down on the field. But yeah, that you always look and you say, well, they're not giving full effort. They're not running. Well, they realize that they're not going to get up to some of those balls. It's when it's got the momentum going. There's not much you can do.
All the play for the most part continues to be at the attacking end for the home team. The Cougars in white, green, the primary school color. A chance now for the Royals. No surprise, it's Eck on the ball, but dribbles herself into some trouble there.
We talked about her ability to manage the game with the ball on her foot, and we've seen a little bit of that footwork so far. Tries the through ball there, just a little bit too much on there.
Yeah, real good example on that occasion of what we just talked about the space of the surface. The idea was good, the pass was actually pretty good, and there was a runner. Just the rest of it was a little bit outside of your control.
Yep. Something that, and that's where some of these teams that do play on this surface as their home field can adjust to a little bit. It's not the easiest thing to adjust to, but those teams that play on the natural surfaces, it's a bit more of an adjustment for them.
Wilson comes across, gets the deflection and the throw-in. But quickly ball is back into the possession of Lake Catholic. As soon as I say it, they lose it and they win it again, and that's really been the story here in the opening 7 minutes and change. So the 50-50s are really going the way of the ladies in white. Back in the middle for Eck. Good patience, looks up, tries to find her options. Play on given. And then the ball square to the right side and driven forward, but it's going to drift long off of Wilson.
Jaya did a great job, got to the right spot in the field. Like you said, just got a good foot on it, drifted a little bit too much, but found the open space, and that ball came from Eck.
We got a good look at Eck as well, and the pace we talked a little bit about, but the strength on that occasion. She fought through the challenge, which was actually a foul. The referee played advantage. For those less familiar with the game, that simply means when the referee sees an infraction occur, if the team that's been fouled is still in good shape, they'll allow the play to continue to go. In other words, they want to do what's in the best interest of the team that was fouled in the first place.
And it almost looked like Eck was expecting the penalty, and she wasn't ready to keep playing. And then, but again, Jaya did a great job of coming over and getting into space, and almost worked out for the Royals.
Oh, that's clever stuff. And then a left-footed cross. Runner coming in from the backside, and it's off the head of Burke. Gabby Burks unable to redirect that one on goal. Correct myself, that was Nicole Bush. knockdown. In the high school game, the clock counts down, 40-minute halves, and the clock can be stopped at the discretion of the referee. It's a little bit different than what you might be familiar with in the professional international game, where the referee is fully responsible for the clock. Little lob toward the halfway line, drops, and will be covered up there by Louderback. Over to the near side. Newhart got her head down, had a runner, don't think she saw her. Truzina. She's been active thus far, gives the ball up and does the work to get open and then gets it back. Likes it on the left foot, uses the outside of the right, but dribbles straight into not one nor two, but three Royals. And the numbers just don't benefit on that occasion.
Lake Catholic doing a great job in that third of the field, just making sure that they keep the pressure on this CVCA defense right now.
And they're doing a really good job of it. The issue is there are just so many players back. And Lake Catholic continues to go at them pretty directly. I think they may need to pull the ball out, possess it a little bit, see if they can open up some space to attack into, as they just did here. Pulled the ball back, went to the opposite side.
Kennedy did a great job staying home. She didn't try to rush anything. She stayed in the open area, knew that the ball was going to be coming to her. And all of that hard work and is going to pay off now with another corner kick, as we mentioned, into the sun for the goalkeeper.
You're in trouble, dump it. We don't need to try to do that.
Another corner kick, ball be flighted into the sunshine. It's a good ball, headed away top of the box. Newhart, there's good patience there. Looking for some help, trying to get turned as Osborne finally does. And the shot will roll harmlessly wide. And now 11 and a half minutes into the opening 40. What we've seen are really, I think, Phil, some missed opportunities on the part of the home side.
Yeah, they've had some well-served balls into the middle, right into the goal, the mouth of the goal. Good shot on goal there. Was able to turn. You see the cross come in from the corner. That one went out of bounds. There's another good corner kick. Just can't make anything happen there. Another beautiful cross. Mishit on the head of Nicole Bush there. Another one served right to the middle. A lot of opportunities. Capitalizing will be key here.
Cougars in possession. Tell you what, Kennedy Newhart did a really good job of maximizing the width. She was literally standing with her toes on the touchline, but in this sport, as long as the ball is touching the line, it's still okay. The whole of the ball, the entire ball must cross the whole of the line. It's a good defensive header, a forward play from Ploplis. She's hovering again, but let this one carry into touch on a couple of bounces.
You know, it's hard to see on the camera angle there, we're zoomed in, but if again you look over here and you see Kennedy Newhart just using the space, staying on the far side, she's in wide open area, so when that ball's ready to be served to her, she's in the right area, right spot.
There was a time in the olden days when soccer teams didn't like to play on football fields, but I always felt as a coach that when you have these additional lines, it actually can benefit your team, particularly in terms of spacing, specifically as far as width is concerned.
Yeah, it gives you, some guidelines there. It shows you, what yard line you really are on. You know the strength of some of your players, how far they can put the ball and where you need to be. So yeah, you're right. It's especially on the width. It can be a great benefit to a lot of programs.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a team that does value the width of the field, you can tell your wide players when they have possession to stay between the sideline of the football field and the touch line of the soccer field. And it's a very obvious lane there. And as long as they're focused, they're going to be able to take advantage of it. It's good work by Newhart again. Morgan helps the ball along. And that's been the breakdown. The Cougars try to get forward. They run into that wall of defenders, and they either have to go directly through them or the ball tends to get cleared away.
I was impressed on that possession, though. They were able to take care of it. They passed the ball to people that were in the open space, more so than we've seen just the kick the ball and kind of chase. They actually possessed and they tried to work it up. But like you said, once they got to the middle and tried to move forward as opposed to across the field is when they ran into that defense.
The Royals, just a couple of attacks. Though a through ball was a good one. It ran over the end line, a bit heavy weighted. And then a play from the right side by Jaya Wilson, but that ball ran out of bounds as well. Otherwise, it's been a lot of running by Haley Eck without much reward. And now they're chasing back again. There is a bit of a gap between the back line and the midfield on this occasion. Forward pass and the step over. Salatino, ball comes in towards the goalkeeper and is comfortably collected there by Lichty.
It's a well-played ball, though. You know, at this point, any opportunity you can get the ball into the middle, right in front of the goal.
Foot races on. And it's out of bounds as once again the turf helps the ball along. Into the penalty area. Bounces once, right-footed shot. It's in the back of the net. Well, it was struck well by Costa, the junior midfielder, but really against the run of play.
It was a great look, caught the goalkeeper off. I don't think she realized that the ball was going to be coming at her. Take a good look at it here. Costa does a great job on that volley and just put it right past. Well timed. Caught the goalkeeper running a little bit away, and she had to kind of bend back for it. Well struck.
Yeah, anytime the ball dives a yard or so in front of the goalkeeper, very, very difficult save to be made. And we saw that. So despite having dominated the early portion of this game, the home side finds themselves playing a goal down. Quick feet there in the center. But once more, the Royals crowding out the space, and now they've got to break a transition opportunity. The pass is ahead to Haley Eck. It's a good move. Wow. Gets into the box, perhaps one too many touches. Clearing effort is blocked. Still a scramble as the Royals have the ball around the penalty area, and the right-footed shot struck pretty well, though in the end a bit high.
We've talked about it. Haley does a great job with the ball on her foot. Tried to do a little bit too much there. A couple good moves. Instead of trying to find a teammate, just kind of got bumped there.
Yeah, it was really the first move, wasn't it? At the edge of the penalty area,
right. And
she freed herself up. And at that point, she had some runners in the box. At that point, she needs to get the service in.
Jaya Wilson coming up on that one. Really came out of nowhere.
Now, we talked about how so many of the players on these two teams, particularly the juniors and